Here with my main man, Shawn Teamann. What's going on?
What's going on, JJ?
Hey man, not much. Guys, as you know by now, we do these videos from Nautilus Family Fitness to educate. And one thing about me, I didn't have that much education, honestly, whenever I wanted to get fit. And I mean, I had a little bit, but just being with you these few couple times, I wish I would have known this information. And I could have passed on this information to other people as well. But let's get into what we're going to talk about today. So what's today's topic as far as for all the people out there to be educated?
So today's topic is going to be on BMI, that's body mass index, versus body fat percentage. And BMI is something that we typically hear when we're talking to maybe insurance agents or doctors. And it's basically the standard that they use to discover whether or not they feel like we are overweight, underweight, obese, or just normal.
Huh. Well, I want to tell you right now, obviously, I don't think you're too overweight, man. You kind of stout over there. Me, I'm not nowhere close to where you are.
Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. We were just looking at this a little while ago, and I'm about 5'10", and 5'9", depending on who you're talking to. But if you look at the charts, which you can find online on the old interweb, you can look them up. There's charts all over the place. There is a formula that you can use to determine your BMI, but it's it's algebra, geometry, calculus, all kinds of things that we'll just leave out of this video, right?
I don't do all that
don't want to revisit that.
No.
So
done with that.
But
kids, you don't stay in it. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't be like
stay focused. Stay focused. Don't be like us. You do not want to end up like this.
No.
So, but the charts, if you go on the old interweb and find one of the body mass index charts, it'll give you an idea of where you are based on your height and your weight. We did mine just a little while ago, and for 185 is about what I weigh, and my height is 5'10". That puts me right in the middle of the overweight section. And
good,
as you can tell, I'm packing them on here.
Packing on, handles, man.
We look at yours, JJ, 6'1", 185 pounds, and that puts you right on the line of normal, overweight. Right there on the line of normal and overweight.
It's flabs.
See, so, and you can tell, JJ, this is one muscular beast right here. He's not overweight. Clearly he's not overweight. So the body mass index does have its flaws. Yeah. Now, they don't take into consideration how much muscle you have, if you're athletic, if you're, if you're carrying around muscle, or how you carry your weight. So it's hard to use that in a practical setting, on an everyday setting, for us to look at and go, am I overweight? Let me check the chart. Because for me, the answer is yes. For you, the answer is almost yes.
Almost.
So
if I'm trying to gain weight and get more muscle, then eventually I am going to be overweight,
That's it, based on that chart. Yeah. So there's a purpose for that, and we're talking, this is an average thing that they use, for the general public. On average, this chart is being used. Now, when it comes to an actual practical, everyday, where do I stand? Do I have a lot of fat? Am I muscular? Am I healthy? The thing that we use to judge that is body fat percentage, which a lot of people think BMI and body fat percentage are the same thing, but they're really not. BMI is based on your height and your weight. Body fat percentage is based on how much fat you have versus, other tissue like muscle and bones and water, and what percentage of your body is made up of fat. Now, so when we do a body fat percentage, that may tell us you're 10% body fat, which that's a really low body fat percentage. That's an athletic, that's a really low body fat percentage. Or you're 40% body fat. That's a little bit on the higher side, right? But it just gives us more of a practical, everyday look at, okay, how muscular are we, how in shape are we? Now, when it comes to being healthy, you know, you can have a low body fat percentage and still be unhealthy. But, you know, maybe your heart's not healthy. Internally, you're not healthy. But physically, very lean. So you can't use this as a guide of, am I healthy or not? But you can use it as a guide of, how much fat do I have on my body?
Yeah. And that's those things they, I guess, when they poking your... is that it?
Yeah, that's the poking and the prodding and the shocking and, you know...
Shocked? What? Hold on.
You know, there are a lot of ways to do body fat percentage. The most common way is we do a 3-point Jackson Pollock test. That's the pinchers. You know, you get your you pinch how much your fat you have on the surface. There's also hydrostatic. They can do that in the water. There's electronic impedance, which sends an impulse through your body.
So they really do shock you, then.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't really shock you, but it does send an impulse through your body.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways to get your body fat percentage done. The most common is going to be your caliper test. That's the pincher, and it's really doesn't make a big difference which way you go to get your body fat done. There's a lot of debate on which way is the most accurate, but as long as you're getting it done the same way every time, then it'll show you, okay, if you started at 50% body fat and now you're 10%, and you got it done the same way every single time, then you can track your progress.
I see.
Yeah.
So for anyone out there that's, you know, listening, and they're looking at themselves and thinking, you know, I'm overweight, or I need to work out. And me, personally, I know I need to get back to working out. I need to gain some muscle. But there's men and women, and some of them don't know really where they, you know, fit as far as their body fat.
Sure.
So I know we talked about this before. Could you educate the people on, you know, just what's a good percentage of body fat for men and women, and what's bad, you know when it's bad and you need to...
Okay. So most of the time for women, your average is going to be about 25%. And so if you're below the 25%, then you're above average. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if you're lower than 25%, that means you're, you know, you have less body fat percentage than most. Okay. As it goes down, you know, that 16, 17% for women is going to be very athletic. And for women, they never want to go below 10% body fat. They need that for their functions, their bodily organs, and everything that they have. So they don't want to go below 10%. Now for men, you know, a normal body fat percentage for a man is going to be anywhere from, you know, 15 to 18%, somewhere in that range, and it's going to go down from there. 10%, 10 to 12% is going to be athletic, and then as you get below 10%, you're extremely low body fat percentage. You know, you don't want to go below 5% body fat in most situations, unless it's for some reason, but you don't want to stay below 5% for very long. So that gives you an idea of, you know, kind of where your percentage falls if you've had it done. If you've never had your body fat percentage done, you know, we do offer that at Nautilus Family Fitness, and we would love to sit down with you sometime and do that for you, you know, to kind of give you an idea of where you're starting or where you're at now. And then, you know, moving forwards to repeat that test to see, you know, if you're making progress with your workout program.
Well, I just want to tell you, if you don't know by now, because God knows what he's talking about, but there are many people on his staff. Everyone comes together as a team, and once you walk into Nautilus Family Fitness, you'll see that these people care about you from head to toe and inside out. They have many, many classes. Summertime's coming around. They have boot camp classes going on. The trainers are very well educated, and all they care about is helping you. But in order to reach your goal, you got to start somewhere. You got to take that first step in your fitness journey. And we make these videos to give you the information so that you know where you stand. And if you know where you stand and you still don't want to do anything about it, something's wrong. All you got to do is take the first step. We also give out free memberships from time to time. So if you catch us out and about where we're broadcasting live, we'll have some for you just to try out. And I guarantee it's almost like a, how can I put it? It's like a satisfying sensation. I don't want to call it a drug, because drugs are bad, kids. But whenever you start working out and you see, I lost 5 pounds, or you're trying to gain muscle and you look at yourself and like, hold on, I see an ab popping up. What is that? It makes you want to come back and do more, and then you're excited to go to the gym. I know that's how it is with me when I see other people. For any listeners out there, is there anything you want to tell them to just help encourage them to take the first step so they can get this education?
Sure.
And at the same time, they can get the results,
So just remember, there's no number defines us. So if you go out and you see the chart and go, man, this thing says I'm obese or I'm overweight, you just have to remember it's all relative to, how you carry your weight and are you healthy. And that's all that's important is, are you healthy? And so to get started, don't feel intimidated. Don't feel like, you need to get in shape before you can start. It's kind of like, it's not like cleaning your house. You don't have to clean the house before the housekeeper comes. Just come on. We want you. And we will help you no matter where your starting point is. We all started somewhere. We really have. Everybody started somewhere. We're all there for the same purpose. And we got blinders on, man. We're just there to worry about ourselves and to get ourselves in shape. And that's what everyone around us is doing. And so no matter where your starting point is, we can sit down with you, discuss it with you, try to figure out a plan. And really, it's just, the important thing is to get started doing something.
That's right. No matter where you start, as long as you start. That's what my man Shawn Teamann said before, and I'm sticking with that.
That's it.
So, guys, get started. Nautilus Family Fitness, and I'm telling you, once you reach your goal, you're gonna wish that you would have done it a long time ago. Your body's gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna live a lot longer. That's just the facts.
Yep.
The healthier you are, the longer you live.
That's it.
I don't know what else to say. Anything else?
That's it, JJ. Anyone that is watching the video that's local here that wants to grab a little more information from us, you can go to our website at www.fit410.com, and they can grab information there. Visit our Facebook page. We're constantly posting articles and updates and different inspiring photos and images and quotes. And so for anyone who's interested in grabbing a little more information, come see us in line or in person. We'd love to help you.
And they will. I'm telling you. Firsthand, I've seen testimonies. If you haven't heard the commercials, if you haven't heard anyone, just talk to someone who's went before, and they will testify for you. Word of mouth travels just as well as, the results. So, Nautilus Family Fitness, fit410.com. And visit them on Facebook. Shawn Teamann, thanks again.
Yes, sir,
for another
JJ.
great time,
Appreciate
man.
you, sir. Yeah,
Yes,
good
sir.
time.
All right, we're going to sign off right now. And make sure, stay tuned for the hits right here. All righty.